Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Schreiber. Welcome to Math Time. So, this week we have been learning about a math drawing called arrays. We use arrays to help us whenever we're adding the same number over and over and over again, which we call repeated addition. We also use it whenever we have equal groups. So, let's review what you worked on yesterday with Mrs. Bowser. Yesterday with Mrs. Bowser, you were working on drawing arrays to match repeated addition problems. So today we have the addition problem 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. So you should know by now that arrays are pictures that we draw to help us with these problems, but we have special rules that we follow. So we have columns and we have rows. So when we see a repeated addition problem like this, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, we have 5 equal groups of 8. And so whenever we draw our row, we're going to need 5 rows of 8. So let me get my stamp. I think I'll do hearts to make my array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I have one group of 8 and I need to draw my next group of 8. We want to do those right underneath the ones that we had before. And sort of like when we write, it's kind of hard to, but we want to make as straight a line as possible, and we want to line them up in columns as easily as possible. So now I have 2 groups of 8. I have 1, 2, 3 groups of 8 left to do. So I'm going to leave a little more space because I'm starting to run them together there in that last one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 8. I need one more row of 8 to make my array match that repeated addition problem. So now I have an array that matches my repeated addition problem. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. So I've got 8. And the way that this drawing helps us is we can count if we can't go that far. I know that 2 groups of 8 is 16 because I know 8 plus 8 is 16. So then I can count the rest. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So my answer up here is not a heart, silly me. My answer up here for 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Cursor was in the way. Plus 8 plus 8 was 40. The drawing helped me know that. I mean, I could have thought 8 and 8 is 16. This 8 and 8 would be 16. 16 and 16 is 32. Plus 8 more is 40. But when you're in 2nd grade, sometimes you need a drawing to help you with that kind of stuff. Okay, so you might have heard me using, as we were drawing our array, groups of, because really, whenever we're doing repeated addition like this, we're working with equal groups. We're working with 5 equal groups of 8. So another way that we could write this is 5 groups of 8 is, we already figured it out with our array, it was 40. So 5 groups of 8 is 40. Let's look at how that would be different than 8 groups of 5. Are you ready? This time we want to figure out 8 groups of 5. Our array is going to look different this time. I think I just lost my text. All right. So this time we are doing, last time we did 5 groups of 8. This time we're doing 8 groups of 5. I use stars this time. So this time we have 8 groups of 5. So that means we're going to need 8 rows of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will only be 5 in each row this time because there are groups of 5. So our groups have 5 in them. So I will make some rows that have 5. I've got 1 group of 5, 2 groups of 5, 3 groups of 5, 4 groups of 5, 5 groups of 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to mark out how many more rows I need. And then go back in and fill them up so that they're rows of 5 or groups of 5. And now this time, we could count our 8 groups of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We get the same answer up here, which is not going to work for me. So here we go. We have 8 groups of 5 is 40, which would be the same as 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. How many 5s do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more. Equals 40. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we're going to start moving away from this repeated addition, and we're going to start talking about these equal groups and building arrays for these equal groups. So let's erase what we have here. And let's build an array for something else. So let's do an array for 4 groups of 3. And let's figure out what that will be. So 4 groups of 3. This time, maybe I'll use arrows as my stampers. Ready? 4 groups of 3. So how many rows am I going to have in my array, boys and girls? If you said 3, you are correct because we're working, sorry, if you said 4, you are correct because we have 4 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have 4 rows and there are going to be 3 in each row because we have groups of 3. So that is what an array could look like for 4 groups of 3. And then if we can't do, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 in our heads really quick, we could draw the array and we could find out that that is, we could count them. We know that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I didn't do the right thing, did I? I did 4 groups of 4. Silly me. There we go. 4 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we know that 4 groups of 3 is 12. Okay, but this time, let's say we change it and let's do 3 groups of 4 this time. So we're going to have 3 groups of 4. We will do our array for that in stars this time. How many rows are we going to have, boys and girls? We've got 3 groups, so we're going to make 3 rows. There are 4 in each row, so 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then we will count them. We've got 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 3 groups of 4, and this one is 4 groups of 3. They both make 12, but they're just put in different ways. So we've got groups of, the number of groups you have determines the number of rows you have in your array, and how many you have in your group is how many will be in each row. So let's do one last one together, and then we will send you off to practice on your own. Okay, so this time let's do 5 groups of 6. And over here, maybe not quite there. Over here, we will do 6 groups of 5. Ready? Okay. 5 groups of 6. How many rows will I need? That's right, I'll need 5 rows. How many in each row? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 1 row of 6, 2 rows of 6, 3 rows of 6, 4 rows of 6, 5 rows of 6. That's what my array for 5 groups of 6 will look like. For 6 groups of 5, I'll pick a different stamp. We need how many rows? That's right, 6. And how many in each row? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 rows of 5. 3 rows of 5. 4 rows of 5. 6 rows of 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. Nope. I need my 6th row of 5 here. Okay. So we have 5 groups of 6 and 6 groups of 5. Our arrays look different, but if you picked up on this earlier, our total will be the same, or our sum, or we're going to learn that it could be color product will be the same. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 6 is 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So this group has 30, and when we look at this group, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This group also has 30. So 5 groups of 6 is 30, and 6 groups of 5 is 30. And we could also write that as repeated addition. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 30. And over here, the repeated addition that matches this one is, we've got groups of 5, so we're adding 5s this time. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that's 4 5s, 5 5s, 6 5s, also equaled 30. So today what we're looking at is we're looking at matching the array to the repeated addition, and when we can also use this groups of, because when we're dealing with arrays, we're dealing with equal groups. So I hope you have a little bit better understanding of arrays and how they work today. We should have some assignments on Freckle Math, so you can go see if there's anything from your teacher there today. If not, do some adaptive practice. And this is it. This is me logging off for the last time on our YouTube videos. We've got 1 more week of assignments next week, but no videos for you to watch. So you'll just need to log on to your to Freckle and any other sites your teacher uses and see what she has there for you. You know, all of the teachers really miss you, boys and girls. We wish our year wasn't cut short, but we do hope that we get some good weather and that you and your family are able to enjoy your summer. So take care, everybody. Know that we love you, and we'll see you in the fall. Bye-bye.